let's talk a little bit more about Sukuna's slash. But before we do, spoiler warning, if you're not caught up on the manga, keep scrolling. Today's video is brought to us by Sam. Thank you so much for the support. And Sam's question essentially boils down to, why was Gojo able to tank a full domain expansion full of slashes from Sukuna, but wasn't able to tank the dimensional slash? And for anyone that needs some more context, that comment comes from my video that explains Sukuna's dimensional slash. So check that out if you need to. So Sam wants to know why Gojo was able to survive this. And again, this moment was after their first domain clash where Sukuna's malevolent shrine destroyed Gojo's domain, and then he just got overwhelmed with slashes. But as Gojo says, with regard to curse technique, I'm overwhelmingly stronger, and he was able to heal all through this. So why wasn't Gojo able to do that here? Well, it's a couple of reasons in my opinion. And first is that he was caught completely off guard. In the previous example with the domain clash, as soon as Gojo's was destroyed, he knew he was about to get bombarded with slashes, so he was able to prepare the RCT to be able to withstand that. In this case, he thought he had the upper hand. He was not prepared for this slash at all. Sukuna was looking rough, plus he had just destroyed Maharaga, so he had no idea that Sukuna would be able to replicate the same slash that Maharaga had used. Take a look at this panel where Maharaga first used the dimensional slash, and look how off guard Gojo is. Maharaga obviously didn't have to chant or do anything to perform this slash. Maharaga is just able to do it. So Gojo didn't really have any warning that this was coming. If anything, he would think, if a slash comes my way, my infinity is going to block it. He didn't realize this adaptation would happen, or that it had happened yet. So similarly with Sukuna, he didn't even know that was a possibility that was on the table, right? So he just wasn't prepared for it. But even beyond that, my speculation is that Sukuna was able to perform a binding vow to get rid of the chance in order to perform the dimensional slash. So it's not as if Sukuna was sitting there, chanting and doing hand signs, and Gojo was like, I'm just gonna let this happen. No, I think a binding vow, he sacrificed something and just sent out the slash immediately, just like we saw in the Maharaga panel, and it just caught Gojo completely off guard. Now, the second reason is that these slashes compared to the dimensional slash are nothing. The dimensional slash is literally magnitudes, dimensions more powerful. Again, if you watched my previous video, which Sam, I know you did because you commented on it, the dimensional slash kind of doesn't care about the rules of physics or anything that exists within the universe because it is slashing existence itself. So Gojo's durability, Gojo using RCT in the moment, even if he had known it was coming, unless he dodged it, he wouldn't be able to heal this. This just cuts literally everything. So dodging honestly is the only way to not get cut by it, like we saw with Kashimo before he got, spiderwebbed. This slash is just insanely powerful, which is one of the reasons Sukuna said it was impossible to pull off, and also why under normal circumstances he has to perform chants to even do it. So I do think that RCT can heal a dimensional slash after the fact. It just can't be used proactively in the moment to defend against it, if that makes sense. Also, let me end this video by giving a massive shout out to Omar. He didn't even have a question, just showing some love. Thank you so much for the support, man.